back again, another live stream broadcast or podcast or whatever it is. So basically, I'm in an international weekly scheduled free time, which I already tried to do some Animoji gaming, which is pretty rare because for some reason I got an extended, even though it's not technically directly extended from the international free time, but I got the unintentional free time this before afternoon perhaps, which I already tried to do, or I think exactly in afternoon. So I already tried to do the good behavior recording, which definitely gonna be the most prioritized unless I have something that's basically pretty urgent. So yeah, that's good behavior recording can be after it, but yeah, since I don't have anything to do, so I decided to do the good behavior recording for more than 40 minutes, which is pretty long, until my iPhone definitely surpass below 80%, which make the low power mode deactivate once the battery is already above 80% again. Even though when I basically try to record the good behavior recording, I think it's not from 100%. So yeah, it's pretty obvious. Even if it was from 100%, I'm not sure. Recording 40 minutes over and over again in one single take will still be pretty much decrease the battery below more than 20%. So yeah, that's the reason why the Animoji gaming that I can do right now, it's only around 70 minutes. So there's still two more videos that I need to prepare, which basically already record for quite some times, even though there is still a newer or even older gaming footage that I haven't been process and upload, since I basically only try to prioritize the main channel to this live stream only, until I finally use another laptop, which definitely much better than this old mid 2013 MacBook Air, which definitely pretty struggle to edit video on the iMovie, which have pretty big clang. So if I try to edit more than 40 minutes video, perhaps I think the SSD is always try to cache the video, which definitely wastes some storage. So yeah, maybe I probably able to do that in this old mid 2013 MacBook Air if I already or finally able to move all of my data in this laptop into another storage devices, or I try to use my newer MacBook Pro for editing the video. But yeah, it will be happens once I finally got a place to focus on my personal productivity things, because probably will only try to brought those new laptop instead of this old one, even though if I basically want to create the content related to games, I'm not sure whether I can use those laptop only, because for some reason the SSD is actually smaller than this old MacBook Air, but the processor and the RAM is obviously faster and bigger. But I'm not sure whether the cache from the iMovie will make the SSD run out of storage as well, or it is gonna be pretty smooth, especially when I only try to use that for creating other content like this, perhaps, which I don't know whether it is finally gonna have some result the way that I expected, or it is gonna be the same like this as well, which is it's pretty sad. But the new place that I basically use for focusing the personal productivity things is not only for the things that I basically expect in this world, but also when I already no longer live in this world. So that's the reason why, at least if I cannot achieve something that I basically wanted in this world yet. At least I still do something better for my afterlife. So yeah, oh well. So yeah, that's the only thing that we can keep grateful for what we have, no matter what kind of things that will happen in the future. We just try to do something that we are confident of, and also always hope for better things able to be happen to us. And what else did I basically want to talk about? So basically, I already talked quite some things related to the things that I just experienced, whether in the weekend or the things that I just experienced yesterday in the previous live stream, I guess, or even the native language podcast that I tried to prepare yesterday, which basically enough for until the next weekly scheduled international free time next week. And yeah, and in this day I'm not really experienced something unique. Besides yesterday, I'm just too lazy, so I only able to work before I basically going to bed, but I'm still able to prevent from doing a bad behavior before going to bed. Even though, yeah, for some reason I'm still don't have something that basically make me satisfied. So that's the reason why I'm still try to fulfill my desire through those things which I'm basically try to prevent at the same time. That's the reason why it's pretty hard for me. I'm not sure because yeah, I basically try to be patient and to be grateful for the things that I can do, even though not all of the things that I basically do is actually a good thing, but at least it is better things for me to do it instead of doing another things that some people try to do, which is basically better in some way, but it's not that a good things either. So yeah, that's the reason why I basically once again try to say, even though yeah, I don't know how many times that I basically already tried to say the same word over and over again, because yeah, I'm not really a native language speaker, so that's the reason why yeah, that single word is just keep repetitive all the time. So yeah, try to be grateful for what you have done in the past, even though some of the things that may makes you regret for not doing it or for doing it, but at least it's something that's basically makes you in the current position, because yeah, there always be some other people who basically more unfortunate than what we have. So yeah, that's the reason why we still need to think about them and how we can make them better, not just trying to make ourselves better into the more fortunate people out there. So yeah, because if we basically try to focus on more fortunate people, we basically never try to be grateful, because yeah, it will always be not enough for us. There will always be a challenge, which it's definitely going to be harder as well, but yeah, at some point we basically never feel satisfied from our life as well, although we still need to decide the goals that we want to achieve. But if we basically cannot achieve it, eventually we basically no need to force achieving it over and over again until I finally achieve, because for some reason we basically can adjust our expectation, or even do something else that basically can have the same level of of satisfaction or even happiness that we can enjoy. So that's the reason why after several months that I basically try to reduce so many of my desire of wasting money on some unnecessary things. I basically try to do something else or just try to enjoy what I currently had right now, such as my dream gadget, which is definitely much cheaper rather than wasting something new, which basically can make me satisfied as well. But at the same time, it's also waste so much money, which I basically can keep to fulfill more expensive things. Even though, yeah, it's basically pretty much similar, but at least the sense of preventing our desire is basically pretty satisfying as well, because yeah, not many people is able to prevent their desires, and some of their desire is basically a bad things or not really good things. Because yeah, humans always try to make mistakes, and they basically never really understand that the things that they actually do is not a good things, and it is actually better for them if they're already gone from this world earlier than what they basically wanted to fulfill in the future. I don't know whether how can I basically explain those kind of things, but yeah, the more that we got a chance to do something in the future is basically the more we have some possibilities to do more bad things instead of good things. So yeah, that's the reason why if some people didn't have a chance to enjoy something that basically we can have right now, it doesn't mean they basically regret it. Maybe they basically regret for not doing it before they eventually gone from this world, but if they basically try to continue from to live in this world with pretty much the same behavior, they most likely will have more regret than when they basically try to die earlier. So yeah, that's pretty much a pretty complex things that I basically try to explain, but yeah, because I basically try not to talk about some examples because I basically wanted to make it as general as possible, even though for some reason there always be certain principle that we believe, and yeah, it's basically represent on everything that I basically try to say, because yeah, that's kind of characters that we cannot avoid unless we are trying to do an inconsistent thing, which I really hate when people try to do that, because yeah, they're basically making themselves hypocrite to anything just to make them stay in their comfort zone. So yeah, it's already 81%, and I think I definitely will need to prevent this iPhone battery for going below 80% again, and it's already 14 minutes as well, and basically I'm not sure how long that I basically will get interrupted, because yeah, it's currently raining right now. So yeah, I think that's all that I can say.